What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Friday, or whenever you are watching this video. And yes, I'm in the emotional support vehicle, so you know it's about to be a heavy lesson today. In today's lesson of teacher humor and humility, I was teaching my kids how to work on an essay, and they were doing some peer editing and peer revisions. And of course, you know, my girls, they're a little spicy. Okay, they got a little sauce, a little flavor, a little attitude to their tone. And so one girl was working with a boy, and she was reading over his essay, and she was just like, oh my gosh. And so she was giving him the rundown of all the things he had to do. Now, in my head, I'm like, I mean, you're right, because I was going to tell him the same thing. But it's in how you say it, right? And she's just like, Miss Gathers, please tell him that I'm right. And I'm like, and he's like, Miss Gathers, she ain't right. And I'm like, well, and so he was like, but even if she is, she ain't even listening to me. And I had to pause right there. And I had to teach this lesson to my student who was so concerned about being right. And it's one that my friend taught me. I said, there's a time to be right, but sometimes being right is not as important as being understood. That thing hurt me to my core. And it's what I had to teach her today. I said, hey, you are right, but do you have to be right now? Because ultimately, what is the greatest thing that you can get from this moment? Is it you gloating and being able to lord it above him that you're right? Or you giving him an opportunity to feel heard and misunderstood? Heard and understood, right? Yeah, you're right. And you're going to be right. Your right is so right that it's going to be right on time all the time. Your right is not going to change. What might change is the opportunity for him to feel like he's heard, understood, and valued. So yeah, you're right. But do you have to be right now? And she was like, I get it. And I was like, I'm so glad you do. Now, did it change her tone? Absolutely not, of course. No, but she did understand that sometimes in some moments, being right has to submit to allowing the other person to be heard, understood, valued, and respected. Because sometimes that is the biggest lesson before you can even worry about being right. So that's my challenge for you today, to my teachers. And for anybody who's dealing with somebody else, you might be in a relationship, you might be a parent. You're right. I agree. You could go off, but you might miss the opportunity to show somebody else that you still value their input, their insight. You value their presence. You value what it is they're saying. And even when they're wrong, you're still a safe place and a safe space where they can express themselves. So that way, moving forward, they'll feel comfortable to do so. And sometimes that lesson is the biggest lesson that you need in the moment. Just food for thought. I hope it helps you. I hope that it unlocks something for you. I hope that it challenges you. And ultimately, I hope that you have a great day. I'll see you soon.